Good morning. I hope this morning finds you well, healthy, happy. Going to talk this morning a little bit about faith. We talk about faith a lot as Christians, but what about faith? What does it mean? What are we talking about when we speak of faith? And when I talk about faith, I think about it in two ways. There is faith, which provides salvation to all who believe. And then there's the faith after we take that step of salvation, after we are a child of God and our eternity secure. That type of faith is the faith that we have to exercise each and every day to do what God has called us to do. It is believing that He will do what He promises. Now, that's not what I'm going to talk about this morning. I'm going to talk about the first type. The faith that brings us eternal salvation. The faith that allows us to come to God with our petitions. You know, we hear that a lot. People talk about, well, he's a man of faith, or she's a woman of faith. But we all are. I get tickled when people say that. Everyone is a person of faith. Right now, I'm driving down the road, and I just applied my brakes here at this stop sign. I had faith that those brakes were going to work. I have faith as I get out here on the highway that people are going to stay within their yellow lines. They're going to stay in their lane. I have faith that that's going to happen. So everyone is a person of faith. But what does it take? What kind of faith does it take for us to be saved? I was reading this morning in Exodus where the children of Israel were instructed by Moses to go out and sacrifice a lamb and to drain its blood and to put that blood on a hyssop, I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's hyssop branch. And to take that blood and to smear it on top of your doorposts and on the sides. And he said, and when the angel of death comes upon our land, he will pass over all of the doors that have blood on their doorposts. So what they were doing in that instance was exercising faith. Faith that if they had that blood on their doorposts, that the angel of the Lord would not come in and kill their firstborn child. Now, that had nothing to do with how hard work they had done. That had nothing to do with who they were, who their parents were. Did they go to church? Did they, it had nothing to do with any of that. It was simply, do you take God at His word that if you do this, your child's life will be spared? That's the same thing we do now when we put our faith in that blood of Jesus Christ. We're saying that, God, we believe that this is enough for you to offer us salvation. That's what we're told, is that faith is the foundation of salvation. Without faith, there is no salvation. So we have to believe. Now, what do I mean, believe? It's not believing in our mind. It's actually believing to the point that we apply ourselves to do something about it. I gave the example of my brakes earlier. Now, I can believe in my mind all I want to, that when I hit those brakes, that they're going to stop. But unless I actually take my foot and apply it to those brakes, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going. That is the type of faith that is required when when I put my faith in that blood, not in my works, not in my efforts, not in I'm a good person, no, it doesn't say anything about a good person or who I am. It said, put the blood on the doorpost and the angel of the Lord will pass by. Put your faith in the blood. If I put my faith in the blood, then I don't have to worry about anything else. You know, those people, those Israelites, had two choices to make. They could either do it or not do it. They could have said, well, you know what? If God don't come, the Egyptians are going to come in here tomorrow and they're going to look and they're going to see who's got blood on their doorpost and they're going to come in and kill every one of us. No. It's putting your faith. It's accepting that you don't have a choice. You know, you could say, well, Kevin, these people just experienced all these plagues that God had put on the Egyptians. Yeah, they did. But I could also argue that we've seen plenty of miracles in our own lives that can only be explained by God did it. So my question to you this morning is, have you put your faith in the blood? Have you accepted the sacrifice that Jesus made for you? Because that is the only way to receive the salvation that God has intended for us, is to put our faith in the blood of Jesus Christ. There is no other way. Just like for the children of Israel, there was no other way for their child, their firstborn, to escape death but by to put the blood on the doorposts. I hope you've put your faith in that blood of Jesus Christ. That's my prayer for you this morning, if you have not, to trust Him and allow Him to change your life. God bless you. I hope you have a great day.